So, hi everyone. This is Natalie Koval and Hunt, professional life coach,
Yeah.
relationship coach
Yeah,
from New York.
Yeah.
Say a few words about yourself, Hunt, please.
Few words about myself. Well, one of the things I love about New York City is that we have every flavor and spice that exists on the planet all together in one place. So not only do you get to learn from everyone, but anything that you want to explore, you have that possibility. And I think that that's one thing that's awesome. However, that does create issues when you have paralysis of choice and you think the next best person is just one Tinder swipe or one block or one bar away. And that creates some issues. I grew up in a small town. My graduating class in high school was 100 people. You didn't have the opportunity to date around. There was a certain finite limit and you worked within that. And now as we're all being online and things like that, the world has changed. COVID has also helped it change. And so I think that a lot of people are missing the human touch that used to exist and just meeting people in real life and brushing up against people and just seeing how chemistry works in the real world. And so my goal always, I love it, is basically getting people back in touch with that and reconnecting with fun, because you have to remember, dating is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be. Doesn't mean it is, but it's supposed to be.
I've Hunt at the Matchmakers conference in New York. It's 2023 and it was the global love conference from people all over the world, matchmaking. And when I heard Hunt talking about what he does, I got very inspired because it's all about the personalities. We influence each other. And it takes one human to influence another human for a change. Mm-hmm. And being in matchmaking for 25 years and having like hundreds of happily married couples, I realized it's about I'm willing to change. The magic words.
Yes.
But you don't want to hear it, right? And but you do want to know it. But now you're thinking like, I'm so perfect. I'm a successful, attractive, accomplished man living like on top
I'm
of
in
the
a
universe.
penthouse.
Yeah,
and
right. I have this fantastic job. It's all about her. I find this beautiful chick, sexy, big boobs, nice waist. She want to have children, and I'm done.
No, see, and that's always the issue. So, men, you need to do some inner work. I've been to therapy. I worked on myself. I'm also married, 2 beautiful kids. So I believe a little bit, at least I have proof of concept of what I'm talking about. But you have to work on yourself, men. I'm 46, almost 47, and at midnight I'll be 47.
So happy birthday to you tomorrow.
Yeah. And when we were younger, I joke, but we had Spike TV and Maxim magazine as our resources, which were not a lot or great for men. And so we didn't necessarily learn a lot of the emotional intelligence or dating IQ or the communication styles that are really going to help people, work together well and be able to promote yourself. So the biggest switch that I have to tell my guys is, obviously, one, it's not about necessarily meeting the person, getting the phone number, making out at a bar, bringing her home, having sex, getting into a relationship. Most men think that these are the goals, okay? These are the side effects, okay? The side effects. The goal is to turn yourself into someone that is so interesting and dynamic and amazing that it draws people to you. So if I had a client and I could introduce them to 1,000 girls, but if he hasn't done the inner work, if he hasn't learned how to earn her, it's gonna fail. So we as men need to understand that women want more than what our fathers were told that was all that was needed to sustain a relationship. And the world changes very fast. And I understand that. It can be confusing and frightening sometimes. I get it. But if you're not the type of person that people want to be around, those beautiful women aren't going to want to be around you.
And you can make yourself that kind of person with the help of a professional coach.
It's a skill set. It's practice, like anything.
It's more, because professional coaching is a very effective step-by-step scenario to get you not a zigzag and kind of like wandering around, maybe getting to a goal.
But every step builds on the next one.
And you find your own solutions based on your personality, based on your value set, based on your background and your achievement. And you're not becoming a different person. No way. You will be yourself.
The best version of yourself.
Not only the best version of yourself, but you will find self-motivating reasons to change and to be where you want to be. You will find the answers, and the right coach is telling you. He's not telling you. He's creating a situation when you're saying, hey, this is the way it should be, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like, that's what I need to do, and you do it.
Mm-hmm. And I also, one of the things that I get to do, and I'm lucky enough to do, is take people physically out. So I will even show people, like, watch what I do. Watch this. And I'll make myself fail.
Oh, wow.
So that they could kind of see, like, as an example, like, watch me come into this group of girls at a 90-degree, hey, girls, and watch the energy get pulled back.
Right.
Men don't realize it because you're beautiful and I want to talk to you, so I come right up to you.
Yeah.
But that is too much energy, too much intent.
Yeah.
So I say, watch
and if I'm
this.
desperate, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
And I will do everything to keep you, but I'm desperate.
Mm-hmm. Whereas if I take someone though and say like, hey,
Yeah.
how are you? Over the shoulder at a 45-degree angle, and they see that the girl responds to me differently.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just small things. But I didn't mean to interrupt you as well. I want to hear what you have to say.
Oh, that's nice of you to say that. So it's about you. When you want your life happily, married, with kids, with good relationships, there are different goals of relationships. And number one, people think they want something, but they actually need something different. That's one thing. Another thing is how to get you in the quickest way possible to where you want to be. Because, say, for example, as a matchmaker with 25 years experience and like thousands of happily matched people, I can see that it's about owning yourself. Mm-hmm. It's about getting help, and it's about working on yourself and willing to change. Because when what we work with the Matchmaking Beauty Possible is international matchmaking. Mm-hmm. So women think twice before going out with you, because you're foreign. You're different. She needs to immigrate to create a happy family with you, and that's a crazy challenge for them. They're comfortable where they are, even with everything going on now, crazy stuff in the world. They're comfortable where they are now. But what can you do to encourage her to change her life for you? It's about coaching. And sometimes when I get a client and I see he's not ready, I'll tell him, but I will show him a direction, sending him to coaches that I know of, or recommending to use coaching or therapy, depending on the matter, and addressing that. A client may be very upset and absolutely pissed off, but if he goes for it, like recently the reports were that it was the best investment with like X therapy sessions that he's got. His mom loves him more. His friends think like he's awesome.
Go to therapy.
Yeah.
Go to therapy, men.
Because now it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay for men to be sensitive, to show their gentle part. Because,
Hey, you can swing an axe and be emotionally sensitive at the same time.
yes, because that's why we love our men. Because we feel them. We can fight, we can make up, we can live a life together. But we need to talk about this. Because if you're withdrawing and like, oh, I can't handle it, that's weakness. Now, these days, that's a weakness. Before,
It was considered manly and strength and stoic.
yeah. But now, you say, darling, like, we are spending too much money on groceries. Like, this is the budget I want to live in a month. Huh? Really? Okay, let's do it together. So, but you're thinking it's not okay to talk about it. But it's okay.
The more communication that you have, the better it is. I know that sounds easy, but I don't think people realize that everything is okay. Whatever you want, whatever she wants can be okay as long as you guys communicate it together. You may think, I don't want to talk about this because she's going to not like it or think it's weird or anything. And most of the time, you're wrong, only because the women will give us the benefit of the doubt. They are happy that we're communicating. And no person is just a one-sided Ubermensch. Each person has loves and desires and insecurities, and when we can learn ways of talking about them without it appearing as weakness, then we make each other stronger together.
And with the international matchmaking that I do, you need people on your side. You need support group. Because it's not a monkey business, as I would like to say, to have a woman move from one part of the world to your part of the world and make a happy relationship. You need a whole lot of support. But you know how to do investments effectively. You know how to do business appraisals or whatever, law firm or another.
You want to learn tennis, you get a tennis coach. You want to learn how to do AI journey, you bring in the guys that know the things. And it's the same thing.
Every Olympic champion has got a coach.
Every coach has a coach because we understand the value of coaching.
Every matchmaker has a supervisor and a mentor. Because this makes us better for you. So that's your choice. And we have the tools. We have the right people, like Hunt, like any of the other coaches that I know of. And specifically, they targeted area. So you watch this video, write me a message that you want a coaching session, and I'll get back to you with suggestions. Thank you for watching.